Today on Suncoast View, healthcare reform. Are we more worried about money than people? We'll debate.
We're celebrating Cinco de Mayo and it's Suncoast Brewery's 3-year anniversary. We'll raise a glass to that.
Meet some female anglers who can land fish bigger than they are, and they'll teach us how it's done. All that and more on Suncoast View.
Somebody's excited. Welcome to the show. Welcome back to Nikki Logan Curran.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's always fun.
You're
Nice
celebrating too.
I am. It's actually one of my very favorite holidays. And then when I was young, it was because I thought, like many people, that it was Mexican Independence Day, and it's not.
It's not. We're going to talk about.
We'll talk about that.
We're going to talk about what it is, why it is, and how it's actually okay that Americans celebrate it more than they do in Mexico. Yeah. It has some bonuses, so we will talk about that. But first, we need to talk about who isn't here today. Chris Kattan, the comedian, is not going to join us today. He missed his flight. I'm so bummed. I was so sad for him and for us because we were looking forward to sitting down and hanging out with them. And then we thought of Bo Beth. How many flights have you missed?
A lot. I can't count anymore. So I feel his pain.
Oh.
Probably sit in the airport just saying, please help me. Somebody, please. Be nice.
I actually don't know the backstory, whether it was weather or delays or just all that. But
either way, you need the people at the counter to be nice. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's your fault or their fault, you still have to get their help.
But
Make
if it's
friends.
weather, they can't do anything about it. It's hopeless.
No, but they could get you on another one if you're nice to them.
And if they may get you on another one before everyone else on that flight, if you're really nice.
Well, he's Chris Kattan, so I'm assuming he's getting some help there. But he will still be at McCurdy's this weekend. He is scheduled to be there tonight, the 5th, and Saturday, the 6th. So no worries there, but we will miss him today with us. All right, we do have a new friend in the kitchen today. We are celebrating Cinco de Mayo, and what better place to do it than Papo's Taqueria? We welcome Heather. What are we making to celebrate?
Today we'll be making a wild boar chorizo taco on a classic corn shell.
A wild boar taco?
Yes, ma'am.
As in the animal?
As in the animal. We're help protecting the environment and eating well at the same time.
Look at that.
Do you want to eat wild boar?
A lot of people eat wild boar.
Do they? Okay, Nikki's
Supposedly
giving me
it's
a
good.
big yes.
I've never tasted it.
I've been to this
On
farm where
purpose.
this comes from. It's pretty incredible.
Is it incredible?
Yeah.
They're really ugly, those wild boar.
They're not a good look.
They're
but
not a good. They're in my
taste-
backyard. They dig up my yard, and they're really ugly.
Now
That's
you
why
know you could
should
eat them.
If I tell my son that we can eat them, he will be taking them down in the backyard. So, which I'm pretty sure is illegal.
I don't know.
I don't think
it?
it is.
No, I bet it
No,
is.
it's not a
Well,
do-it-yourself
probably in a
meal.
neighborhood. Yeah, it's,
Yeah,
it's not
we
like
have
a
neighbors.
Yeah.
You
Thinking
can't
that-
go around shooting things like that.
Yeah, that's
I
usually
see
not a
there'd be
good thing. All
problem with
right, well,
that.
we are thrilled Heather is here and Papo's Taqueria, and we are more than happy to try something new with the wild boar tacos. We do want to talk about Cinco de Mayo, though, because as Nikki mentioned, most people mistakenly think that we're celebrating Mexican Independence Day, similar to July 4th. That is not the case. It is actually the celebration of the Mexican Army victory over France in a small place called Puebla. And Nikki, you said that you have been to Mexico numerous times growing
I have.
up.
We went virtually every summer when I was little. I've been all through Mexico and Latin America, and I've always loved the culture. There's such a sense of family and tradition and pride, and it's obviously my favorite cuisine. We've eaten it 4 times this week. But,
Me too.
You know, it's always been very, very special to me, and it's always made me happy, every component of it. And I think there's a lot we can learn from communities that really take care of their families and really, you know, propel their culture and pass it down to generations. And I think sometimes we're not very good at that.
Well, my grandchildren are 4th Mexican because their grandmother is Mexican, their other grandmother. So I'd love for them to know their culture. We've been to Mexico many, many times, lived in LA. So it's just like a hop and jump over the border and then to Mexico City and so forth. But I want them to know their culture.
Yeah, and there's so many beautiful communities, you know, that aren't these high-end luxury resorts. You know, when I travel, I love to be immersed in the culture. I don't want to be in a beautifully gated palm tree scenario with all the other stressed out Americans. You know, I can do
you
that
want to go see
I
the
can do that at the
land.
Ritz.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
No, that's a good point. And you know, a lot of people are concerned about Cinco de Mayo just because it is so Americanized, and we think it's a reason to slug back tequila. But I read a really interesting article that it's been very beneficial to Mexican businesses that Americans are so into Cinco de Mayo. So they're not saying, don't celebrate, it's disrespectful. They're saying, live it up. Just go to a Mexican-owned business to do it, because you're supporting their culture.
And know the
A lot
history.
of Mexican Americans, you know, they've come here and assimilated to the celebration too. So, you know, in
Absolutely.
many communities, it's still a big celebration for them.
You know, and I've been overseas when other countries were celebrating the 4th of July. And I thought
Absolutely.
that was just wonderful. It
Absolutely.
was such a tribute
So
to
go
us.
ahead and celebrate, just celebrate safely, because
Yes.
obviously it is going
Don't
to
get
be
drunk.
a big night, or get a driver if you do. All right, well, we're not celebrating this quite yet. On our first hot topic, healthcare reform passes the House, but few seem to be celebrating. Many say it's become a debate of money over people, especially in the case of pre-existing conditions. So in the newest version, if a state can prove that sick people are contributing to high costs, it can charge them more, which makes the insurance, of course, much pricier for those with a pre-existing condition. On the flip side, people without serious health issues could see reduced premiums.
I've never heard of an insurance company reducing your premiums. So I don't believe that. I also don't believe that it's okay for us. There's so many people, just because I'm not ill, but there's so many people that suffer and literally go into bankruptcy because they're just trying to stay healthy or trying to get the care they need. I don't think this is
Shouldn't be.
right.
And the
penalized
point
for
of
being
insurance
sick. Right.
is if you get sick, I'll take care of you.
Yeah.
Right.
The point of it, you can pay for 50 years, and then if you get sick, we'll take care of you. So they're getting rid of the whole purpose of insurance.
Yeah.
Well, people don't need it.
I'm confused at a good answer, though. I heard an interesting interview from a Canadian on the phone and the radio who said, oh, this worries us because we come to America when we need good health care. You know, now Canada has socialized health
I don't
care.
think that's the case. Many Canadians, they can go to the doctor at any point without even an issue. They can get their prescriptions. They get good health care there. In fact, many Americans
something
are now,
goes wrong.
Many Americans are now starting to go there and try to get some of the health care or medications that they have used because it had become so expensive here.
It's expensive, but the quality of care is the concern that they're talking about. So the way that loops back to us, of course, is that can we come up with a system where we keep the quality but keep the costs fair across the board?
I don't want to, I think we're misinterpreting. I don't think the quality of the healthcare in Canada is bad.
And
it's
I don't think one person saying that is anything to
that's
judge
absolutely incorrect, completely incorrect. So I wouldn't want to co-sign on that in any way, shape, or form. But I think for this, it's just more about the idea of insurance, like you said, is to help people. When you pay for it, you think you're going to be able to pay for your medical care.
You just shouldn't be penalized for being ill.
So regardless of if it's, you know,
well, I think what
you're
they're
sick or
gambling
not
on
sick.
is most people will be healthy most of the time, and then insurance
But
takes
that's
care
how
of the
insurance-
rest. That's what insurance works.
Yeah.
Because most people are. The same thing with life insurance. But that's why we need it for people with conditions. I have family members with pre-existing conditions who may never need treatment for 40 years, but when they do, it ought to be there.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see what happens. An Indian state is giving new brides a disturbing wedding gift from the government: wooden paddles. The brides are being told to use them as weapons should their new husbands become drunk and abusive. So the paddles are typically for getting dirt out of clothes, the old-fashioned way of doing laundry. But these paddles are stamped with pink and blue messages saying, a gift to keep drunks in check. The brides were also told that the police in India won't say anything if the paddles are used. Alcohol abuse is a growing problem in rural India. 10,000 more paddles have been ordered.
So if you hit a man with a paddle, he's going to hit you back harder.
Yeah,
this
I agree.
is not going to solve the problem. It'll just make the woman get beaten up more.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being handed a paddle on your wedding day? You know, in
And
India
saying,
they have
"Protect
mass weddings.
yourself?"
And
Oh my
say,
gosh.
yeah, right away I'd be turning not to be married.
Yes, there's not a man in the world I could beat up with a paddle. So that is giving her false security.
Right.
And
It's like
making him
the
matter.
worst scenario of a
Instead of
Band-Aid to a problem.
Exactly.
Like
Instead
that.
of addressing the issue of alcohol abuse or physical abuse, you're going to say more physical abuse is
More
gonna happen.
violence.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't
And the
like that.
state is handing them the paddle, which sounds just like a disaster.
I would never hit David with a paddle. I can't even wrap my brain around that.
But you're thinking of it as a different situation. If you feel like you're in danger and someone is attacking
I'd
you,
hit him with a paddle.
I'd fight you too.
Absolutely, but I probably ain't
But
gonna
then
lose.
again-
Linda's right.
But then again, you're
But you're
thinking
gonna get
about the
beat up
loving
worse.
relationship. I feel like sometimes we have a different bond then they may.
Well, it's the whole arranged
yeah.
marriage
Yeah,
scenario.
well, the man that hits a woman in the first place
Definitely,
doesn't
yeah.
really
He's
love
not getting
that
in
woman.
trouble. He's not
Right.
getting in trouble for hitting her.
Right. Well, teens have a new way to keep their lives secret from the rest of us. It's called a Finsta. It stands for fake Instagram. So the goal of a primary Instagram account may be to have as many followers as possible, but with this one, teens make a separate private account to post pictures, and then only a few select people get to see it. Parents are not included, because the Finstas are often filled with drugs, drinking, and even nude photos. So this is like the modern day version of the diary that we hid under the bed. And now
Or
they
like
have
private groups on Facebook.
Yeah, but the stuff that's going on those Finstas.
Does this make you nervous?
Oh, I live this world every day of my life.
I do
I
too.
know all about Finstas and Trinstas. And
Can you get into it? Would you look at what she's posting?
Would you read your daughter's diary?
I read my daughter's diary. The
Yes, I
problem
would.
with that is you know all this stuff and you don't want to say, well, I hope you have fun Friday night. Whoops, I don't know about that. I read it in
Hope
the
you have
diary.
fun Friday night. Don't kiss that boy you said you want to.
So
I
yes,
read my own diary when we moved a few years ago from high school, and I was like, I would be, that is, it, no.
No, I was
Like,
not okay.
So I think you should, I don't know, like I have a 17-year-old, I kind of feel like you should snoop. I think there's a layer of appropriate snooping.
I agree. Because
it's
they're
always-
still kids and you still want to guide them in the right direction. You don't want to turn out to be the person that never allows them to do anything or explore or
Right.
grow.
Or have no
But,
idea your
yeah,
kid was doing something.
But you still have to watch them
yeah,
to some
because
extent.
it's life or
Absolutely.
death sometimes.
Right.
And
yeah,
so-
in this version, absolutely.
Yes, and you can't take back those decisions. So I've never regretted reading Kathy's diaries, and she knows I did now. So
But what if you find out about these things? Do you bring down the account?
Absolutely. Oh, bring down the account? No, you bring down the kid.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the account. I'm worried about the behavior.
Yeah.
Well, they're out there, so when you hear the word, now you know. Well, there's definitely a couple in a relationship, but not a marriage that we all know well. Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell have been together for 33 years, and they received stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame together in a joint ceremony. They shared a sweet kiss at the podium, and then the jokes started coming in about how this celebration was like the wedding that's apparently never going to happen. 33 years and never got married. That's interesting to
They're
me.
my crush couple.
They are?
They're my absolute crush couple, always have been.
you look a little like her.
I love them. They're so transparent about how their relationship works, and I think they're just an awesome role model for couples.
Why didn't they get married? You know?
I don't know. They've just never felt like that is something that needed to solidify their relationship. I
And
mean,
now they've got to prove that it works not to get married.
yeah.
So
I mean,
they've got
there's
a lot
no
of pressure.
guarantee with a marriage contract that's not,
Absolutely.
it's
No,
integrity
marriages
and
aren't, yeah.
kindness that are going to seal that bond.
That's true.
I love them.
I think it's interesting. I think it was interesting that everybody joked about the marriage part.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
haven't gotten over it yet, and it's been 33
Right,
years.
and I didn't realize it had been that long, but I thought if you haven't been married
That's
for
longer
33.
than most marriages.
Right,
Longer than
absolutely.
most
People have
Her
like 3
daughter's
by
been
then.
married many times during that period.
And that probably is part of it. So a Texas school teacher proves that nothing could stop her from planning for her students, not even labor. So the teacher is seen here handing off her lessons to her husband that would be then given to her substitute, and she gives birth less than an hour later. So now the love and appreciation for teachers is all over social media. Linda, Nikki, anybody try to squeeze in any last-minute tasks as you were off to
Well,
become a mother?
I was sort of having a stomachache, but I did the sports on KDKA in Pittsburgh. I did the 11 o'clock sports, went to the hospital, had her at 8 a.m., and then I was on at 6 o'clock that night. They came to the hospital, and I got to say hello to everybody and
That is
show
so
off my
much
baby.
devotion.
And yeah, honestly, I have a similar story. I did the noon news, delivered that afternoon because I wasn't bright enough to know I was in labor, and was on the evening news because they brought a camera.
That's,
So.
again, a lot of devotion.
It's not devotion, it's just cluelessness. We didn't know enough
Well,
that we
I
were in
don't know.
labor.
I can tell you that I won't have that problem.
Well, they said if the camera came, they'd have somebody do my hair first. So that sold me.
That's a good agreement.
And I still had hair and makeup from the noon show when they came, so I was
So
all
you
set.
looked awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, people, you got to do what you got to do. We're going to check in with our happy hour forecast. So when we come back, we are celebrating a 3-year anniversary of a local brewery. Stay with us.
Good afternoon. Some showers and clouds and wind and cooler temperatures around today. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with your happy hour forecast. And indeed, it is much cooler out there as a result of that wind, and now out of the west at 13. The humidity very low, 43%, and the pressure 29.82 inches, and that is slowly rising now. And the radar picture showing the showers down to our south near Cuba. the Florida Straits and along the northern Bahamas. Now we are looking at high pressure build in and very dry air. That dry air will continue to move in from the Gulf of Mexico, and cooler air as well. We're looking for lows tonight in the upper 50s to low 60s across parts of the Suncoast. That's well below the average, typical low for this time of year in the low to mid 60s. And we'll have the complete details on your weekend weather. We are anticipating beautiful weather for the weekend. Temperatures already down in the 60s over the Panhandle. More in the forecast at 5. See you then.
It's time to celebrate not just Cinco de Mayo, but also an anniversary. Big Top Brewing Company is celebrating its 3rd birthday as a local Suncoast beer maker. And all 4 owners are here today to help us celebrate. So you guys introduce yourselves.
Josh Wilson,
Johnny Albert.
Seth Morauskas.
Mike Basaha.
All right, so Mike, tell me how this all started, because I heard it's a funny story.
Drinking in a garage is the best way to summarize it. You know, Josh has been homebrewing for 25 years, and we would be sitting in the garage drinking beer, looking at cans, saying, man, how cool would this be if one of these were ours? And we got crazy, we got wild, and you know, 3.5, 4 years later, here we are.
All right, so tell me about what's it like, the Suncoast brewing scene. Is it something that you guys, you know, are getting into? Are other people trying to get into it now?
Yeah, it's been rapidly growing. You know, when we started, there were no breweries south of Tampa, really. There might have been 1 or 2 down in the Naples area, but we were kind of the ones that said we can do this. We have the ability, we have the drive, the passion to do it. And now they're coming everywhere, and there's a great camaraderie between the breweries around here. So it's been great. Yeah.
Is it good that the industry's growing like that? Because we're kind of getting our name on the map for craft beer here.
We definitely are. You know, the better beer that's made south of Tampa, the more people come down from Tampa and from other areas, and we become a beer destination, which is fantastic.
That's amazing.
Josh, I'm impressed with your skills. You guys, you're, you know, doing a lot of the brewing, and you just won an award.
We did. We just got a bronze medal for best Florida beer for key lime wheat.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's the one you got, Bobette.
That's the one I got. Speaking of the one I got, let's do some tasting, because you guys brought some examples. Starting on the end over there, what's the first one closest to you?
That is Hawaiian Lion.
I've got Hawaiian Lion.
I do as well.
Okay, so give us a flavor profile of Hawaiian Lion.
It's a coffee coconut porter, so it's going to be very sweet. It's going to finish with a lot of coconut in the backside, and you'll get a little bit of the coffee aromatics.
Yeah, it tastes good, too.
Does it taste like coffee, Linda?
A little bit.
We use a
little
local
bit.
roasted coffee. The guy that's always at the farmer's market, his name's Java Dog, and he does a custom coconut blend coffee just for this beer.
How cool is that?
So it's very
you guys
cool.
are
We try to
keeping it
tie
very
everything
local.
back into the community. We're very blessed to have the local following that we do, so we try to do everything we can to, you know, plug into the community and give everything back. So.
And GFS isn't local, but we use a shredded coconut from them.
You know what? You still got to pay the bottom.
Yeah, you've got some
That's
cool
right.
names here. I like the names of your beers.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's the next one in front of you?
That's going to be the Trapeze Monk, which is a Belgian wit. So that's going to have coriander in it. It's going to have orange in there.
That's the one I have.
sounds
Those
good.
are
I
one
like
of our
the
2
name.
beach drinking
Yeah, I was
beers.
going to say, obviously the circus heritage ties back in here with trapeze
names.
and Big Top and all of that.
More
That one's
traditional.
just really clean and light.
Yep.
Like, I don't like super hoppy beers, and this one tastes like a lounge chair and a fishing pole.
So it's very light body, easy drinking. It's a can crusher in the boat.
A can
A
crusher
can-
on
oh,
a
yeah,
boat.
you have to be in
I
trouble with
love
those.
these descriptions.
Yeah, and
You
I
guys will
also
have to
love
make
the
an NA soon.
names. How did you come up with these creative names?
That's actually one of the tougher things to do. There's a lot of beer names that are taken, so you got to sit down and it actually takes a few beers to figure that out, believe it or not. So.
Well, it's nice to have the circus as a
Yeah.
theme.
It
you
is,
know?
and anything we can tie into and play on that. We actually just partnered with Circus Arts Conservatory. Locally,
great.
they're actually going to be at our party this weekend, so it's cool. They're going to have performances as well, so we're excited to be involved with them. So.
That's
Good
great.
for you.
Yep.
All
It would be
right.
cool to have the community name one of your beers. Like, launch it and then have
And yeah,
everybody
We've
like
done that
name
on a
it.
smaller scale.
Oh,
We've
yeah?
done that a couple times on the smaller scale,
That's fun.
releasing the taster.
The winner gets a six-pack.
Yeah. And we've done some stuff with that on Facebook as well, where we actually plug into the community, let them come with the recipe they want. They get to come brew with us. They get to name it, and it just makes it a lot of fun. We release it in our tap room, and it gets a lot of people involved. They just love it.
I love that.
Speaking about a recipe people want, the next one is the one that won the award. Tell me about this.
That is the key lime wheat. So we use all fresh key lime juice, basically, in the brew. It's a wheat beer. It's very light. It's 5.1 ABV. So it's not very heavy in alcohol. Another can crusher in the boat.
Well, I like it, and I'm not a beer drinker, but when you drink it, you don't feel that. I guess beer sometimes has that little taste
Hoppy.
that keeps right here. I don't taste that. So I like this.
The
bitterness that I've been waiting for. I like that.
I think we need to do a Suncoast View brew. We have all the ladies out to the brewery.
And mix it all in.
It would have to be light and fruity for the lightweights here.
You get to design the recipe. That's all on you. You can design the recipe. You come out and brew it, and we'll make a Suncoast View brew.
If we sat around in the garage, who knows what we might come up
That's
with.
right. You never know.
I like the idea
The
of
more
view
you
brew.
drink it, the more you get ideas.
All right,
That's
tell
right.
us about the IPA, because I have read that IPA is the popular of the craft beers in general.
It is a Circus City IPA. This is an English style IPA, so it's actually a hop forward, not hop forever. It's very
that's interesting.
medium body. The hops aromatics come up front and don't linger too long.
I have no idea what you just said.
You know when you girls have
beer language.
you have a sip of beer and you say, ooh, it's so bitey?
The bitter beer face, as we call it.
Right,
The bitter beer
that's
face, as
hoppy.
we call it.
Oh, really?
And people like that.
I
apparently.
love it,
Yeah.
but I think you either do or you don't. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Another thing that people like is apparently you guys won gold for something. So what was that?
The Hawaiian line actually got gold for during the Tastings.com championship.
Wow.
Yeah, this one got a silver in 2015. What's cool about this, actually, also on the can, that's actually Sarasota, kind of 1920s. That's the building that's still downtown.
Yes.
So it's, we try to bring in Florida and/or circus anywhere we can.
I love it. I
We
love
love
the
the
fact
local
that you guys
tie.
are celebrating. I love that you're getting so much accolades. So you guys can help celebrate their 3rd anniversary this weekend. For a full schedule of activities, you want to check out their website. And coming up next, the guys are going to stick around for some fun games, Cinco de Mayo style. We'll be right back.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here, because
Why, you don't like my hair?
The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds.
No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm gonna show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch The Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
What Florida city is best known for spaceflight?
Cape Carnival.
Cape Carnival? Close enough. What condiment includes vinegar, molasses, and anchovies?
Westchester sauce?
Close enough. And now, a word from our sponsors.
One-off from the Florida Lottery. Now available for pick 2, 3, 4, and 5 games. Miss by 1 on any or all numbers and still win.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Welcome back. All right, we said we were going to have a party. We are celebrating Big Top Brewing's 3rd year anniversary. The guide dog is excited, and he's going to bark because this is going to get rowdy. We are going to play Pictionary. Didn't know that we do this a lot. And it all has to do with things, milestones that a 3-year-old can achieve, okay?
So they're 3 years old.
Get into the preschool game. All right, who's up first?
Josh.
All right, let's go. Bring it on.
Oh, you already know your card?
Yeah, okay, here he goes. Triangles.
House.
Should we
We're
get
definitely-
Okay, guess out loud.
You guys guess.
A house.
First day of preschool.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow, that was impressive. All right, Linda, give it a rip.
You guys
I
are
got two
too
kids.
Rip it up. We're not nice here. There you go.
look at this.
We don't need to be neat.
Oh, I've got it. Okay, girls, ready?
All right. Nap time. I got a lot of kids.
Sleeping.
Got a lot of kids.
I'm up. All right, here we go.
That's funny.
All right.
You stole my thunder.
Big Top Boys are up. Good.
I went to Booker, but I was not invited to the VPA, so I'm not an artist. Oh, okay. Let me see. I told you stick figures are going to come into play.
All right, here we go. Guess, boys.
That's
Okay,
okay. You
guess.
guys
Crying.
Temper tantrum, can we go with it? Well, come on, I mean, look at that.
That's not a milestone. Things 3-year-olds do. How about that?
all right.
I've seen adults do that too, so.
Yeah, we know
That's
quite a
true.
few.
Adults do that. I know a couple.
Ready?
Yeah. See?
It's a kid. It can see.
Smile. Teeth.
Teeth.
Laugh.
Yep.
Teeth.
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 Get it? Adult teeth, baby teeth.
Baby teeth.
Baby
You
teeth.
can't get adult teeth
I
at
guess you
3.
don't do that at 3. I got teenagers. I forgot.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Here.
That's all right.
Your kid's gonna look
All
really
right.
funny with that one adult.
I don't want to look.
Oh no.
You just said you were a
Yikes.
5-year-old.
Harder. Oh, Wrigley, you want to
Wrigley's
play?
sad. Come here, buddy.
Pacifier.
Oh, wow.
All right.
All right, that was good.
That was good.
Bobette's up.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, that's left-handed. This sort of
my
gets
God.
our
You're next.
problem.
You're gonna be the first one again, probably.
Peanut.
Peanut allergies?
Oh, man.
What is that?
First test
Spaghetti?
I know.
A gourd. A gourd.
A blanket.
What's
man.
that? A Kleenex? A throw up? The kid threw up.
Is this a person?
The kid had an
Vegetables.
accident.
Table.
Lunch, eating your dinner? A
Wrigley's up.
mailbox.
What? Act it out.
Wrigley.
Act
Keep
it out.
going, Bobette.
Wrigley came up to visit.
Wrigley.
So
Wrigley.
this is
A lollipop?
an angel.
A spoon. Eating your dinner?
Why did I get the hardest one?
Eating your dinner?
Eating
yourself.
Feeding yourself.
No.
A microphone.
Raining into a
I
bucket.
don't know. Okay.
Wrigley down.
Okay, this is not. It's the same thing, but just think kids.
Different kid.
No, just think a
A
kid.
big boy bed.
I'm painting an adult doing it, but just think a kid doing it.
Painting the house?
Yes.
Oh, down.
Down.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. That's chaos. You have to
I
stay
thought it was
down.
a Pinot with chest
Wrigley.
there.
No, that's that painting thing with the box.
Wrigley.
All right, one more.
Oh my God. Who let the dog out?
Who let the dogs
Who
out?
let the dogs out?
All right, one more.
All right.
He likes to party too.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Except we can't guess. Well, that
All right, start guessing.
I don't know.
Bicycle.
Bicycle.
Tricycle.
Very
Tricycle.
good.
Whoa.
And I got out without having to go. So that's
all
great.
three wheels,
As
yeah.
you can see, these guys are a lot of fun. So we want to go out and celebrate 3 years of success brewing beer right here on the Suncoast. Join Big Top Brewing this weekend for their 3-year anniversary with activities on the website. All right, we're not so good at this. Let's see if we're better at crafts. We're going to check out mosaic tiling coming up.
I witnessed him have 2 heart attacks in ICU. He went through seizures.
We'd much rather have Aaron like this than dead. A lot of parents don't have that luxury.
He can't talk. He can't walk. This is a condition Aaron will live with for the rest of his life because he abused prescription pills.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now, we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos, to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
It's been about a month, and I can honestly say I've seen the change in me. I went from being a depressed girl who didn't want help to this happy, caring girl who loves helping other people. I just really hope that people that went through what I went through get the help that they need, because their story is important and they are loved. Thank you so much for everything.
I'm Haley Wilkes. Is it the death of Obamacare? House Republicans are passing their replacement plan. Find out how it could impact Floridians.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
With Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-962-4112. That's 1-800-962-4112. Call now, 1-800-962-4112.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah, yeah.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. We're going to check back in with Heather from Papo's Taqueria as we celebrate Cinco de Mayo. And Heather, Papo's is popping up all over. Tell us about your original and now your additional locations.
Our original location is located on Anna Maria Island in Bradenton. We have a location in Manatee, Lockwood Ridge, and UTC.
All right, they are all over with great food, and we are going to try wild boar tacos coming up. We'll see in a little bit. Bobette?
Well, mosaic tile is a very trendy decorating style right now, but it does not have to be pricey. You can actually do it very easily and inexpensively. And Patricia Rockwood from ACE at Sarasota Technical College is here to teach us how to do so. Welcome, Patricia. All right, so when you talk about mosaic, first let's start off with the basics. What is it?
Mosaic is a collection of stuff, really. And it doesn't have to be expensive because you can raid your jewelry box. You can even break a plate. I have a collection of a lot of different things that you can use for mosaics right here. You can find tiles. You can even make your own tiles.
Oh, wow.
But you can go to a tile store and just get a collection of samples. You can use sea glass.
Well, that's pretty.
Like this. You can go to the beach and pick up shells.
So pretty much anything. Any kind of material, you just have to get it in an order where you can make it look nice.
Right. You can use a plate.
But how do you pick the right size, though? Because I feel like with so many options, I may, you know, get too outrageous with it, and then at the end, it doesn't look as good.
Well, you can use any size you want for a mosaic. But let me tell you how to break a plate safely, because you might have a chipped plate and think that you could just have to throw it away. But you don't have to. You can use that plate for your mosaics. But in order to break a plate safely, just put it in a pillowcase like this.
Oh, what a good idea.
And turn it upside down, and now Linda's going to take that hammer and just give it a good whack.
Linda!
Oh, Linda, this will be fun.
Just like that. Give it another whack.
Break it up a lot.
Break it up.
Oh, I feel better already.
That's the fun part.
So
it's a good way to get rid of your anxieties.
And your plates.
Dump it up. And now you've got a good start to your mosaic, just like this one.
Oh.
See, that's a plate that's been broken and then put back together.
Like here.
On a plate.
Oh,
right.
see, that's gorgeous.
You see that?
So you mentioned breaking the plate. Can I do that with other things? Like I'm thinking of doing something with a wine bottle. and I'm going to break it up. Is that possible?
You could. You can see this. This is a bottle that's been like sea glass that's been, I found this on the beach actually. This is a Coke bottle that's been buffeted by the waves and was thrown up on the beach. So you can actually buy that. I don't do that myself, but you can buy bottles, wine bottles that's been tossed around by the waves.
All right, so now that we have broken shards that we need, how do you make it all stay together?
Well, you put it together. This is a bird bath. I brought some images of things that my students have done. In my garden art class, we make gazing balls, stepping stones, and bird baths. And the bird bath is just, we start with a clay saucer like you would put under a plant, and then we use
so I see the tiles on the outside.
Tiles on the outside, and this was a broken vase that somebody left outside my door. Once you start making mosaics, people will bring you all their broken dishes.
Oh, that's great.
And I still don't know who did it, brought it to me.
Yeah, tell us about the compound.
So what is this?
This is thin set or mortar.
Thin set, okay.
So just put a little dab of that right here.
Okay, I'm going to hold it for Babette. So is this a mortar that we can find easily?
Yeah, that's at Home Depot or
That's
Lowe's.
a common thing.
And just stick it right down there in that, in that space.
Sticking it to more mortar?
That's all
What are you
right.
sticking it on?
That's the clay pot.
So you buy a clay pot?
So you buy the clay
Just
pot.
buy the clay saucer, and I primed it so that the water wouldn't, it's porous. So you want the water to be able to stay in there for the little birdies.
So you prime it, and then you just kind of use your little mortar and stick your shards there.
And then once that dries, then I'll grout that, and then it'll be all ready for the birds.
Do you have to use a certain kind of grout because it'll be outdoors?
No, you can use regular grout, and then just spray it with a sealer, and it'll be all ready.
Oh, that's why this is
And
smooth,
then it'll
'cause it's
look
got
like
grout.
this one over here.
Oh.
This is already, that's been grouted.
I feel like I can do this.
Well, and
can do
we
this.
love the fact that the reason we wanted to do this today is because so much of the Mexican culture with Cinco de Mayo uses these gorgeous pots.
Right.
And I know that when
And the bright colors.
Right, when you go into the stores, you can often find broken and damaged things.
Yes.
Really inexpensive. So
Right.
now there's a use for them.
Yes.
It's
Yes, that's
wonderful.
beautiful.
Right.
And it looks like I could do it.
In addition to the
can.
mortar, you have some tools. Like, what is the liquid nail in this thing
Right.
for?
Well, liquid nails is another adhesive that you can use outdoors.
Okay, so if you don't have
it's
this.
waterproof, and it's really easy to use because it comes in a tube. So you don't have to mix it up like you do with the dry
just
stuff.
squirt it out?
You squirt it out. And these are tile nippers. This will cut almost anything, including tiles like this or your dishes.
Oh, wow.
So if you don't have a hammer,
Do you need to do that in a bag as well, or do you just snip
Just
it?
do it in
you
your
can
hand.
just snip it.
All right, well, thank you so much.
You're very
and
welcome.
there are many other classes, and not just this mosaic. There are many other skills you can learn at Sarasota Adult Community Enrichment or ACE at the Sarasota Technical College. And you can go to their website and find out information about those classes. And next, we take a field trip because it's Field Trip Friday. And we're going to Tarpon Fish. We'll be right back. Tarpon Fish.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC 7 News Update.
Good afternoon, I'm Haley Wilkes. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. Project Leaf. Manatee County tries to lure another company to the Suncoast with the hopes of adding new job opportunities. Plus, the final shows under the big top. Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus start their last performances. Now, let's head over to Bob.
Well, we started off with some rain around, some clouds and breezy conditions, and temperatures cooling. It's 74 degrees right now. Dew point is at 50. Those winds west at 13, but we had gusts as high as 30 earlier today. Again, the front well through our area continues to push off to the southeast, and we're looking at no rainfall around. We have some advisories, small craft advisory, fairly typical when a cold front moves through this time of year. And we also have a high surf advisory with rip currents, also a factor right in through Saturday morning. So keep that in mind if you're going to the area beaches, you want to swim near a guard. Now, we'll have much more coming up at 5. See you then.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Florida Studio Theater presents Older Than Dirt, now playing in the Court Cabaret. Come celebrate the ups and downs of getting older. From joints popping to mirrors mocking, this show combines some of the funniest songs ever written for a witty and heartfelt 360-degree view of aging. Don't miss what critics are calling hilarious, incredibly creative, that has many laugh-out-loud moments. Older Than Dirt is now playing. Tickets can be purchased by calling 941-366-9000 or by visiting floridastudiotheater.org.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
I've done a lot of different things in my life, but this show keeps finding new ones for me to try, and that includes our field trip this week. We headed out on the water to learn about the Sarasota Tarpon Tournament, and we found a lot of women anglers out there casting and competing. Take a look.
The world's oldest tarpon tournament is held right here on the Suncoast. For 87 years, the Sarasota Tarpon Tournament has been challenging anglers to reel in that big game fish. And here to tell us all about the 2017 event is actually members of the Women's International Fishing Association. Tarpon are a huge fish. So when you think of tarpon tournament, usually men dominate this. So is that one of the reasons you guys are pushing for more women to come in?
Well, I would say that we want to show them that we can do it too. It's just a fish.
We want our fair share.
That's right.
Let's get right to it. Since you said more women should participate, we're women, so we want to try.
All right. Good job.
What will the winning fish weigh?
Could weigh anywhere from 150 to 200 pounds. The measurement is actually the girth. We take a tape measure and measure around the girth of the fish, and that determines the weight. So it's exciting, and they're big fish.
How do you pull in that kind of weight? I can't imagine.
Very hard. Big rod and reel.
That's right. Which you're about to cast.
Yes.
All right. Linda, let's give her the first lesson. So, oh, look at you.
We're going to have a big rod and reel. I'm supposed to catch a 150-pound fish.
And you could actually do this on this reel if you wanted to, Linda.
Oh, I do want to.
Okay. So, I'm going to just show you again as far as casting out.
That's a plastic
veil, and we're going to just pass right out into the water.
Oh, you went a long way.
And I know you can do that too.
Of course.
So the only thing behind you is the
boat and
the top of the boat. So I'm going to flip this over for you.
So
just
I'm
go ahead
to hold it
with your index.
I may go hide.
Like this.
Correct. And then as you cast it,
I say,
you cast it, let that finger go.
Do I hold on to
No.
that? Okay, look out behind me.
Go.
Here I come. Uh-oh. Here I come, fish.
Not bad.
Oh, you laugh, Stephanie. Let's see you try this.
right out ahead. My job is to make sure we can hear.
One more time. Okay. Let me see. You put your finger like this.
And we're going to, hold on one second. We're going to bring your finger right up here.
Oh, okay.
Right up.
That was why I didn't catch one. My finger was in the wrong place.
Okay.
Really? This could hold a 150-pound fish?
Is that the strength of the line? Is that what does it?
The strength of the line is probably about a 30-pound test with a 60-pound leader on it.
So I just let go of this and
Correct.
throw.
And you're just going to
Look
look.
Beth and I are going to duck.
And then let it go.
I pull it back to the right and let it go. Oh, it's in the flow. It's not in my hair. That's good news.
One more time. Hold on 1 second.
What's the biggest one you've ever caught?
About 150 pounds.
Wow, she's caught a 150-pounder.
You know, it's pretty strong.
You are a strong lady. Okay, here we go. So am I, so am I.
Come on, Linda, you can do this. So just go back towards the tip, back towards the engine, and then cast it out forward.
Way, and then cast.
You're just letting go
Caught
a little
the
bit.
engine.
Too soon. A little too soon.
So, Beth, you want to give it a
So,
try?
Beth, I am a failure at tarpon casting.
You're not a failure at all. All right,
One more time.
one more time, Linda. Don't
Oh.
Don't release your finger first.
Did the champions start like this? Okay, here we go, and don't release the finger. Ah! Wow, my forest cast. Thank you. Oh, well, Beth, you see how hard it is now.
All right, so let's see.
You're going to take your finger.
Take my finger.
We'll flip that. And then as you, Beth, as you come back to the engine, you're going to cast out and then release your finger.
Okay, so all I gotta do is move my finger.
Yeah, once you
Swing it back, and
back.
then.
Very good.
Woo!
Good job.
And then
I feel better.
And you reel it back in.
It's not so easy, is it?
Not so easy. I'm sure if something was on the end of this, I couldn't pull it in though.
How long does it take to land a big one?
Oh, you can do it anywhere from 20 to 3 hours. 20 minutes to 3 hours.
Wait, 3 hours of reeling in?
Yep.
And does someone have to hold you down so that you don't go in with a fish?
More support than anything because you get pretty hot, you need plenty of water, and you need somebody and people
So you
around you
catch it,
supporting
and
you.
I'm gonna hold you. And someone holds you. And Linda will bring you drinks. We're in, people. We're in.
We're in.
And the fish is bigger than Bobette.
Exactly.
You know, you sound like a perfect crew. I think you should come.
Sarasota Tarpon Tournament starts May 6th and it runs through June 11th. So you've got lots of time to record some great catches out there. You can get more information on their website. And next, Cutting Loose is here with some ideas for Mother's Day.
Everything all right? Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery? Sure. We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
But is it? It's really just the beginning, right? Have you written a book and want it published but don't know where to start? You're not alone. Page Publishing cuts through the confusion that most new authors face, like copyright protection, barcodes, printing, and digital uploading. We will get your book into bookstores now. We guide you through the publishing maze and help you distribute and sell your work in hard copy and ebook formats. That's right, we will digitize and place your book for sale on Amazon, Apple iBooks, and Google, offering it to millions. Don't waste another minute. Most publishers won't even look at new author submissions, but we're different. We review your book and provide you feedback in about a week. If we decide to publish your book, your work ends and ours begins. From copy editing and proofing to typesetting and book cover art, our team gets you into bookstores fast.
Call for your free author submission kit at 800-425-5308.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has answered calls for recovery and treatment 24/7, 365 days a year. If you're depressed, drinking, using drugs, or taking pills, call now and talk to someone who cares.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Most insurance covers substance abuse. You can get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call 800-622-1941. 800-622-1941.
The official salon of ABC7. Cutting Loose Salon.
Mother's Day is a week away, and there's nothing that Mom likes more than feeling beautiful and pampered. Coral Please, the owner of Cutting Loose Salons, is here with some Mother's Day gifts ideas. And you have one special, Mom, that's a winner of a makeover.
Yes.
Oh, what a thrill.
I know. So we took nominations for who you would think would be a mother that deserves a makeover, and don't they all?
Yes.
But we had some great nominees, and we will be making her over on May 19th for our makeover model.
Oh, wow. That would be so much fun.
Yeah.
You guys nominate me.
All right, so drum roll, who is the winner?
Yay.
It is Jenna Thixton.
Jenna
Thixton. And this is the photo that came in with a beautiful article. It was her best friend that nominated her.
Oh, I love that.
So it was
She's
very
beautiful.
sweet.
And a cute little boy, too. Well, good.
I know.
Okay, gifts for Mom. You brought
I know.
some ideas.
We can't forget Mom, right? Such an important day for all of us moms.
Tell us about some of the ideas you have here.
Well, some of them we have some hair products from Avapui and Bumble. We tried to pick generic things that would be good for all hair types, so you don't have to be afraid that something you purchase wouldn't be good for Mom. And then, of course, we have Orbe with the beautiful red lipstick and the red polish. That, again, I know. I remember Nikki loved that last time.
And when you said you picked some stuff, tell us what's in some of these baskets, because they seem like they're, really jam-packed with things we need.
I know. Well, and the best thing is we have different price ranges, too, from 40, 70 to 100. So you can do all of that. But hair products, some beauty products, of course, our Revitalash, and bath bombs, because we know all moms love their special times in bath.
This is wonderful. Mom will be so happy with any of these. Thank you so much, Carl. And next we're going to celebrate Cinco de Mayo with Papo's Taqueria in the kitchen.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC 7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what's coming up at the top of the hour. Making sure you and your family are prepared for hurricane season, how the new Storm Surge interactive maps work in Manatee County. In Suncoast Traffic Watch right now, no crashes in the area, but we're seeing traffic all backed up on I-75. That's the northbound lanes in Sarasota from Bee Ridge to Fruitville. Now over to Bob for another look at our weather.
Well, thanks, Scott. Yes, we are looking at some windy weather today. We've got some advisories for area beaches, 74 right now, and we have a dew point temperature, which is fairly low. That front now well down to the south, and that is fading away, but winds behind it have really increased throughout the day. We have a high surf advisory, rip current advisory, and a small craft advisory, and a lake wind advisory. All those advisories are in effect through tonight and tomorrow morning. Well, much more in the weekend weather. Looks to be cool. Coming up today at 5. See you then.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
These are our heroes. They have sacrificed so much to serve our country. And now Granny Nannies is truly honored to serve them. We're here and we're ready to help. Call us today.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-962-4112. That's 1-800-962-4112. Call now, 1-800-962-4112. For a free brochure, call 1-800-962-4112.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today.
Florida Studio Theater presents Older Than Dirt, now playing in the Court Cabaret. Come celebrate the ups and downs of getting older. From joints popping to mirrors mocking, this show combines some of the funniest songs ever written for a witty and heartfelt 360-degree view of aging. Don't miss what critics are calling hilarious, incredibly creative, that has many laugh-out-loud moments. Older Than Dirt is now playing. Tickets can be purchased by calling 941-366-9000 or by visiting floridastudiotheater.org.
At Granny Nannies, we provide your loved ones with the care they deserve, compassionate and experienced help right where you need it most, at home. Visit us at grannynannies.com.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Coming up Monday on Suncoast View, the medical marijuana debate is far from over. We're going to ask Dr. Jenny about all the new issues that are surfacing right here in Florida. Don't forget to shop for Mom this week. We have Mother's Day gift ideas that give back. Plus, we're going to get the sticks out and learn how to play lacrosse with Manatee student athletes. Oak and Stone will join us in the kitchen.
Well, welcome back. We are in the kitchen with Heather from Papo's Taqueria with some very appropriately themed food for us today.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. What are we making?
We are making a wild boar chorizo taco on a freshly pressed masa corn tortilla.
Wow,
So,
yum.
Yeah, it is very fun. So if you wouldn't mind, starting to chop some cilantro for me.
Like
just be
chop it
Yep,
fine,
just
of
as
course.
fine.
That's a lot of
careful
cilantro.
because that's a very sharp knife.
Okay.
Wow.
And then Linda, if you wouldn't mind, you take one of those little dough balls there.
Okay, it
and
goes
we're gonna
here.
put them on the press.
Then I
put
need
some
one of
paper on
these.
top.
This
Yes,
is
ma'am.
paper. Okay, then
And
this
then
comes down.
fold down. Pull
and
the
then
little
this goes
handle
over.
up.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow.
There you go.
So do you make all of your
Oh, that's good
masa tortillas
exercise.
fresh?
Yes, our masa tortillas
Look
are
at
made
that.
fresh for us. When we do actually press out each one individually for our tacos and our burritos.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Now
And
this is the
the wild
chorizo.
boar.
That's
The
right.
wild boar.
Yep, this is the wild boar. So we're just going to sprinkle some of that in there.
And tell us about the farm, because you said it's local, where
Yes.
you get this meat.
It's actually out of Ponta Gorda. It's called Three Sons Ranch. They actually have quite an array. They have cattle, bison, the wild hog. The wild hog they get from their traps, or other trappers will bring them in.
Wow.
Which is great because of the hog population. Unfortunately, they do tend to tear up our landscaping and our
Yeah, they're a nuisance. I know they
pastures.
like to get rid of
Yeah.
them.
So instead of the animal just being put down and being put to waste, we can now make good use of the meat that is available to us. It's
That's
all
great.
USDA inspected and approved.
They do tours. They do
Yes,
really
they
great
do.
tours.
They
I've had,
are-
I think, almost everything that they sell there, and they love their farm, and they really care about their animals. It's pretty awesome.
Yes, they are wonderful people. Okay, Linda, we're going to throw
is
some of
fun.
those, pardon my reach.
All right.
We're going to slap that
Once
in
you
there.
get started,
Yeah,
now.
well,
Linda, you're good at that.
I am. I found something finally. It wasn't
you can
carbon
do.
fishing.
When you're making these, what
Yeah.
do you leave them like this? Do you stack them?
You can stack them because of the parchment paper. It's going to
Okay.
keep them from sticking together.
Gotcha.
You can absolutely stack them. And then, of course, not everybody has time at home to make a fresh
So you
tortilla.
can buy one.
So absolutely, if you don't
you're-
have the time,
Are
there's
you
some
treating
great...
the wild boar kind of like hamburger meat?
Yep,
It's
absolutely.
ground and browned and
Yes,
okay.
we actually add all of our spices beforehand. It's cut into cubes.
so good.
There's about 10 different spices we add in there. And then it marinates overnight. And the next day we grind it up with our meat grinder in-house and saute it up.
And how long does that cook for?
About 3 minutes.
Oh, so it's done
Yeah,
right now then,
it's
huh?
being ready right now. So what we're going to do is we'll grab out one of our pre-made little tortillas, if you want to put them on these little trays there.
All right, we're going to start assembling.
There we go.
There may not be much guacamole left.
That's okay.
Because I've been down here digging in it.
No problem.
Linda's found her like passion in the kitchen.
I have. Finally.
There we
Something
go.
I'm good at.
All right, so you guys have one to
There
try.
we go.
I think we need to top it though, don't we?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah,
I
there's
put
a
some
bunch
toppings
more.
Bring it
on that.
back. I didn't think about that. What do you guys want?
Where's my fixins, Bobette? I forgot.
Our traditional toppings are a red onion and cilantro, but however, of course, you can dress it up any way you would like.
We're adding everything. All right, we're going to bring Cora, please, back in from Cutting Loose, because why would you want to miss out on wild boar tacos from Papa's? Do not forget, Mom, start the Mother's Day shopping now. Cutting Loose has lots of great options that Mom would absolutely love. We are celebrating Cinco de Mayo with Papa's Taqueria. A lot of unusual menu items, including the boar's meat tacos that we're making. Did you run out?
Nope, they're looking for hot sauce.
They're looking for tacos. Funny how they got all the food down there. All right, Nikki, great story to join us. Thanks so much for celebrating with us.
And thank you, Cole, for always doing our hair.
Yeah, keeping us looking good. Have a great day. Take some time and enjoy the Suncoast View.